Well, good news. The Cubs have won. Cubs win 6-4 the final, as this game has been called after 7.5. So Ted Lilly gets his 5th win against 2 defeats. Chris Young takes the loss. And Bob, Carlos Marmol didn't know he was coming in to save this game. He gave up a run in the top of the 8th, but because he entered the final inning with a 3-run lead, he gets the save, his 3rd of the year.
Well, when we had the closer controversy in spring training, we said that there were going to be games that you save in the 7th or 8th inning. We didn't know how true that would be.
So now the Lexus pursuing perfection player of the game, the starter and winner, Ted Lilly.
Well, once again, a little bit of a shaky start. The 2-run homer by Adrian Gonzalez in the 1st inning, but Ted settled in after that and put some zeros on the board, gave his offense a chance to get him back in the ball game, and comes away with a well-deserved win tonight.
And it was really a quality start. With the wind howling out, he went into the 7th and gave up just 3 runs. So an excellent performance by Ted Lilly, who didn't walk anybody, gave up 2 home runs. But again, no free passes, and the Cubs with a chance to sweep. Tomorrow afternoon, Ryan Dempster against former Cub Chad Godin. Earlier tonight, Alfonso Soriano with his 53rd career leadoff home run. He's tied for 2nd on the all-time list with Craig Biggio, and he now has the club record. Jimmy Ryan hit 20 as a member of the Cubs, and Soriano with his 21st with the Cubs. So they're turning out the lights. They're telling us that's it. That'll do it for our game coverage. Stay tuned for post-game live. The final score tonight in 8. Cubs 6, Padres 4. We'll be back at you tomorrow, 12:30 for the pregame. Bob and I hit the air at 1. Godin and Dempster in the final game of this series. In-game scoring provided by ScorePad. And now for Bob and our entire crew, this is Len Casper. Good night from Wrigley.
Here's an all-around great deal from Firestone. Buy 4 of these, get $50 toward any of these. Just buy a set of select Firestone tires and get a gift card by mail to the Home Depot worth $50 for a limited time only at your Firestone retailer. Illinois now has a chance to fix what's broken. Dangerous roads, deteriorating bridges, crumbling schools and community colleges, transit projects left dormant. A chance to reverse the highest unemployment in 24 years. It's going to take courage, but that's what we need. Tell your legislators we need capital funding. It's their choice and our chance to get Illinois working again.
Every 5 minutes, Chase pays for someone's eligible debit card purchase. Chase picks up the tab. It could be you. Chase picks up the tab. It's another great reason to bank with Chase. Making your day matters. Chase what matters. Sign up at a branch today.
Plan your next corporate or social function in one of Wrigley Field's private party accommodations. Wrigley Field offers a variety of private catered opportunities to host and impress your group. The Mezzanine Suites presented by Nuveen Investments has 4 convenient rental plans to fit all budgets and needs. For larger parties of 75 to 100, the Bud Light Batter's Eye, located in center field, provides a unique view of the game. All private party accommodations provide generous food and beverage packages, as well as VIP parking. Call 773-404-CUBS or visit Cubs.com.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. Menards. At Menards, you'll find big lumber yards, big selection, and big savings. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Midas, we're on this road together. Go to MidasChicago.com for valuable savings. Aflac, we've got you under our wing. And by Toyota. See your Toyota dealer now to start saving now. This is Lowe's Cubs postgame live.
Kissing home plate. Theriault goes deep to left. gone! Just got out. He's gone deep twice tonight.
That's right. Ryan Theriault with 2 home runs in this game as the Cubs were taking advantage of the wind-friendly confines as they beat the Padres 6-4 in a rain-shortened game. Hello and welcome to Lowe's Cubs postgame live. Gail Fisher alongside Todd Hollinsworth, and we weren't sure if they were going to try to fit the rest of this in. Finally, the umpires calling it after about an hour or so of delay. I'm sure the Padres are disappointed to have to go down this way, considering it was just a 2-run ball game, but that's the way it goes, and the Cubs get their second straight victory.
It was a little dicey there at the end, but you know, kudos to the Cubs offense. They came out, they jumped on, and Ted Lilly, 68 strikes, 86 pitches. What does that tell you? I mean, this is a guy who got aggressive. For me, the difference in this game was the 2 starting pitchers. To me, one was pitching away from contact, and the other one was pitching to contact. He wasn't afraid of it. He said, you know what, the wind's blowing out, so what? I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to throw strikes. I'm not changing my game. Chris Young changed his game. He was working from the corners out. He got himself in trouble tonight, fell behind in counts, and put the hitters in hitters' counts, and kudos to the Cubs offense for being patient up there and wearing him down. Ultimately, it decided the game.
We saw some of that rain, by the way, in the end, Todd, and I have to ask, just as a player, it was coming down pretty hard at some point. Even Carlos Marmol was pitching in that 8th inning. It seemed to be coming down. How distracting is that to try to play in that?
Well, it is a distraction, especially when you've got a lead and there's a lot of different things going on out there. The fans are, you know, they're getting excited. The rain's falling. I mean, there's people who had a few too many in the stands, and we all know that it kind of turns into a little bit of a circus act out there, and you just have to find a way to play through it. I mean, the game counts. You're trying to win a ball game, and you know, it was a 6-2 ball game for a while, and San Diego started pecking away. Even through all that rain, it turned itself into a dicey game at the end. Thankfully, the Cubs got the win, and the umpires made the right decision, called the ball game.
That's right. You know, and umpires usually try to have a generous strike zone when the rain is coming down, try to get batters out. Carlos Marmol comes in. He does get the save. He did give up a run, but he records the save. Ted Lilly gets the win, his 5th victory of the season. And as we take a look at the pitching recap for the night, Todd, you mentioned this a little bit, but here it is by the numbers, Chris Young and Ted Lilly. The thing about Lilly is he gave up the 2-run home run in the 1st inning, kind of like what Rich Harden did last night, but that's all he gave up. In fact, you were talking during the game that it was similar to what he did in Houston as well.
Yes, and that's exactly what he did. He came out, he made a few bad pitches. Adrian Gonzalez, boy, we talked about this in the opener, man. He is a one-man show, and he is carrying the San Diego offense. But what you saw Ted do is he attacked the zone. He was not afraid to throw the ball up. I mean, you had the top 3 fly ball pitchers going in this game. Chris Young, Ted Lilly, these guys live in the air, and unfortunately for them, the wind was blowing out. But what did Ted Lilly do? He settled down. He did not change his game plan. He kept throwing strikes, kept pounding the strike zone. To me, Chris Young pitched away from contact, 102 pitches in 4 innings. That tells you somebody he either didn't have his good stuff or that 1st inning rattled him. Ted, you know, he gave up that first, maybe it's from experience last time out and he got the win, but the 2-run homer in the 1st, and he settled down after that. No walks.
It seems like Lilly is in a zone now. Ever since that outing, you know, maybe that was a month ago now, 5 or 6 starts back where he only lasted 3 innings and had a real tough time. Ever since then, though, he has settled down. It sounds like he's sort of in a groove now.
He's definitely been the Cubs' most consistent pitcher. In my personal opinion, he's been very, very good. You know, he hasn't gone out there and thrown a complete game shutout, but every time out, you kind of know what you're going to get. He's managed his pitch count very well. He's kept the Cubs in the game. He's given them an opportunity to win each and every time, and there's been a little bit of that early damage, and then he just settles into a groove. I think at one point in this game, he retired 13 straight batters in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings, and it's been a formula for success, and why change it?
And it's nice to see that even though the Cubs may be giving up runs in that 1st inning, from the beginning of the season, that seemed to rattle them a little bit, and now it's like nothing. We saw it last night. We saw it again tonight. The Cubs slowly chip away, get those 2 runs back, and then suddenly their offense gets on a roll.
Well, they've been playing from behind a little bit, but the good thing, even though they have been playing from behind, they haven't changed their game plan at the plate, and they've been able to go out there. They've been putting together good at-bats, top to bottom through this lineup. You're starting to see some production. Milton Bradley swinging the bat well. Giovanni Soto had a great game tonight. I mean, it was so good to see him get that home run, and you're starting to get contributions top to bottom, and it takes an awful lot of pressure off your bullpen.
And we love to see Lou Piniella in a good mood once again. Here he is talking to the media.
How about that?
Well, we were asking about it before. Yeah, and obviously he saw this wrong.
I'm telling you, last night he told me that 0 for 5 was a typo. Anyway, Lilly, 5 wins early in the season. Pretty impressive. Guzman comes in and gets us out of the 7th, and Marmo the 8th. Because of the rain, Marmo gets rewarded with a save. So good things happen tonight. We'll rest a few people tomorrow and go from there. But it's nice to win the first 2 games of this series.
I know a couple of weeks ago you talked to Theriault a little bit about driving the ball. Can you explain 5 home runs in like 2 weeks for this guy?
You know, if you watch him take batting practice, he's got a quick bat, and at the same time, he hits him out in BP. Just a question of getting the ball up in the air. Today, the ball was really carrying well. These fly balls, they carry into the seats. So, but it's, you know, I'm happy for him. 5 dingers, pretty good. What did he hit last year? 1. How do you explain it, right?
It was kind of a game-altering situation, possibly, when you had Larry go out to talk to Guzman about Gonzalez.
Yeah, that was the at-bat of the game. Gonzalez, he already had hit 2, and Larry went out to refresh the pitcher on how he wanted him pitched, which is a good idea. And what's his name? Guzman executed.
You always say that, you know, you're not going to let a hot hitter beat you, but you're also not going to put the go-ahead.
It's hard. It's hard. You know, it's a tough situation. You're loading the bases if you put them on. The 4th hitter, Hadley, can get one up in the air just as well, and now you're behind. So you've got to pitch careful to Gonzalez at that situation. Don't give in to him, but still try to get him out if you possibly can.
Have you ever been part of a 4-minute rain delay before?
A what?
A 4-minute rain delay.
What do you mean?
There was a rain delay, that one rain delay lasted 4 minutes.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
I didn't time it. All right, thanks.
All right, some more levity out at Wrigley Field. You can do that when you're winning ball games, and the Cubs won the ball game tonight, 6-4, rain-shortened game. As we head to our first break now, here's our Cubs opinion poll question of the night. How many home runs will Ryan Theriault finish with this season? The Riot is the new long ball hitter for the Cubs. Will it be 10-15, 16-20, 21-25, or 26 or more? Log on to CSNChicago.com. Then visit the Cubs team page to cast your vote. We'll have the results later on Lowe's Cubs Postgame Live.
That's crazy.
Weber Grills. Espresso Brown. Incredible.
Yeah. Choice deck. No staining, no sealing.
Spring starts at Lowe's. Time to get everything you need to start living outdoors again.
That's amazing. And they coordinate with the seat cushions.
And it's all at everyday low prices. Guaranteed. Lowe's. Let's build something together.
I'm Faye McClure, Vice President of Strategic Marketing for Farmers Insurance. Farmers is proud to be the sponsor of diversity programming on Comcast Sportsnet. To learn more about our diversity initiatives, please visit iChooseFarmers.com.
Samuel Adams Summer Ale is a flavorful wheat beer. It has a very nice spice note.
It has a little lemon zest and a historic brewing spice called Grains of Paradise.
It's citrusy, lemony.
Samuel Adams Summer Ale, so it totally reminds you of summer, you know?
Jaguar to the number 24442 for an exhilarating experience.
Palmer Hills Golf Course in Bettendorf is a public 18-hole course and driving range. It's home to 100-year-old oak trees and features rolling hills with creeks and a pond coming into play on 11 holes. A wide variety of tee options make Palmer Hills playable for golfers of any skill level. We also offer professional golf instruction in both group and private settings. Our new clubhouse features a fully stocked pro shop. And for food and drinks, visit our new Palmer Grill. If you enjoy playing golf, Palmer Hills is for you. Beautiful, scenic, enjoyable. Play Palmer Hills Golf.
I just heard about the MediaCom challenge. Does your phone company have call waiting? Yes. Three-way calling? Yes. Caller ID? Yes. At no extra charge? No. What about unlimited long-distance calling at no extra charge?
Actually, that would be about $55 per month.
But with MediaCom, it's less than $1 a day.
Well, sir, we're not MediaCom.
Exactly.
Enjoy unlimited nationwide calling for as low as $29.95 a month. Call 1-800-CABLE-TV.
He scores it! Goal, Columbus! By any name, the game is the same. MLS Game of the Week, all season long on ESPN360.com.
ERA and 2 blown saves. Ouch. Welcome back to Lowe's Cubs Postgame Live. Gail Fisher and Todd Hollandsworth here for the diehards who are still up late, waiting to go to bed. Hope you don't have to get up early tomorrow. The Cubs do get the victory, though, 6-4 in a rain-shortened game ending after just 8 innings. But it's okay. It's good news for the Cubs. Our Feltco star of the game now, it's got to be the Riots. Ryan Theriault playing long ball, taking advantage, though, of that wind blowing out. That's okay. As long as you can get it out there, the wind did the rest. But Theriault playing well, and he gets his 4th and 5th homers of the season.
But what you've seen with Ryan here, even in the month of May, is a much more aggressive swing, a much more aggressive approach. I had a chance to talk to him a little bit earlier last week, and he was telling me what was the adjustment. I haven't really changed my approach. I haven't changed my mental thought, just really what I want to do with particular pitches that he was taking up the middle and the other way. He made an adjustment. He moved up in the box a little bit, and he's just looking really to be more aggressive. He has not changed how he wants to do things, but you know, as you've seen so far, where did all this power come from? This is power that was in there. It's just that he was taking a different approach. He understood what his role was on this team, you know, to be a number 2 hitter, hit the ball the other way, move guys up, lay bunts down, and what you're seeing now is a guy who has, to me, energized the lineup. 5 home runs in the month of May. You see the batting average is down right there, and a lot of that is because of his change of philosophy in his mind and how he's trying to approach it. When you're hitting home runs, as you've seen him do to left field, you have to be quicker. You have to react, you know, much quicker to the fastball, especially the fastball down the middle and the fastball in. You have to be able to get the head of the bat out and the ball up in the air. Ultimately, the approach that you've seen him take in years past is to keep his hands inside that ball and drive it the other way. So it's not that he's getting pitched any differently. It's just that he's reacting differently, and he's got a different mental approach at the plate. The results have been good. A little bit lower batting average, but 5 home runs.
Well, and ultimately, I mean, it's fun to watch him hit home runs, but when you do look at the lower batting average, he had 26 hits in April, only 11 in May. In the long run, though, could that be maybe not so good of a thing?
Well, it can be dangerous if you feel like this is something he may start to believe in, and his swing gets a little bit big. That's kind of what you see with home run hitters. That'll always tell you they hit them in streaks. At times they feel good up there, and a lot of times you can start to, you know, go out there, start trying to pull that ball that's away from you and not taking it the other way, and that will make for a long swing. So there are, you know, I think that's why you see that his batting average is down. He's definitely been feeling it a little bit up there, and he's been jumping on the pitches that he should jump on, but it's changed his approach a little bit. You know, I think that pitch middle away, he's seen as an opportunity to hit that long ball, and, you know, honestly, this offense has needed a jump start, and Lou went to him and said, listen, you've been one of my hottest hitters so far this year. I want you to, you know, if you can, you know, start turning on that ball. You've got the ability to hit the ball out of the yard, and it's been good results. Yeah, the batting average has been down a little bit, but at the same time, 10 RBIs, he's already got more RBIs this month than he had all of April.
Now, on the other hand, you have a guy like Giovanni Soto who has been struggling. He hits a big home run in this game. How much can that boost his confidence? Talk about a jump start.
Well, let's hope this is a game changer, a season changer for that matter. This is a big game. It wasn't so much about the home run. Yeah, the home run's good. He's got a 1 in the column finally, and to me, it was the base hit. The table set itself with 2 outs there early in the game, and he had an opportunity to drive in some runs, and he did. And I think for Gio, his swings look good. I think his confidence has just kind of come and gone at times, and he's had a philosophy up there. I've watched him very, very closely to see what he's doing, and it's almost as if he's got a determined approach each day as to what he wants to do. And when it doesn't work, he sometimes slips up and kind of goes back and changes gears during the course of the game. Tonight, he really looked like he went up there with a game plan and executed it and stayed with it, and his swings look very, very good. He's not swinging and missing nearly as much as he was early in April, and there's been a lot more contact. I think his numbers this is a game that can turn his numbers around.
Yeah, he's batting 193, so almost off the interstate. Hopefully get him there soon. Once again, Ted Lilly picks up the win in this game, his 5th win of the season. He talked to the media just a short time ago. Here's what he had to say.
Fortunately, I didn't start to get ready. Larry told me that if we're going to play, they're going to give me enough time to get ready. So as far as I didn't get ready, as far as my throwing goes, I started running and getting loose that way. But I guess just kind of the old adage, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, and just try to stay loose for the game.
Keith, tonight couldn't have been an easy night to pitch with that wind howling out. Your success.
Well, I guess one of them was I didn't have to face Adrian Gonzalez 9 times. There's only one of them in their order. It would have been great if he would have just hit a couple line drive base hits or something like that. That would have been nice. But he's obviously pretty locked in at the plate. The pitches were, weren't really executed, but at the same time, he's taking advantage of it. So he's a pretty impressive hitter.
All right, don't go away. We'll be back with our poll results and a look ahead to tomorrow's series finale.
Simplicity Lawn and Garden tractors are made like no other tractor in the world. With Simplicity's exclusive free-floating mower deck with full-width rollers, they can transform an ordinary grass area into a beautiful, professional-looking surface. Even if it's just your backyard. Simplicity, the best cut there is.
Announcing the Lincoln Advantage Plan, a better plan to get you into a Lincoln car or crossover. While others say there's no credit available, Ford Credit says there is. Check for pre-approval at Lincoln.com. And if you lose your paycheck, we'll make your payments for up to 12 months. Quality, credit, and payment protection. That's the Lincoln Advantage Plan.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months or $3,500 cash back on a 2009 Lincoln MKZ. Visit your Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
What's your idea of financial security?
Financial security.
No matter where you're starting from, Country Financial can help you achieve it.
Retire when I want.
The wedding of my dreams.
Your Country Financial representative can provide you with a tangible plan to protect what you have and plan for the future.
Peace of mind.
At Country Financial, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Do you realize how many times a day you change your mind? So, why should it be such a big deal to change your mind about your calling plan? At U.S. Cellular, you can change your plan whenever you want, without ever extending your contract. U.S. Cellular, believe in something better.
How much sugar is in these energy drinks? Let's find out. While waiting, you should know. 5-Hour Energy contains 0 sugar and only 4 calories. Its blend of B vitamins and amino acids can help you feel awake, alert, and productive for hours without the crash or jitters. The answer is 12. Over 12 teaspoons of sugar and 200 calories in these energy drinks. 0 sugar and 4 calories in 5-Hour Energy. There's a reason people choose 5-Hour Energy 2.5 million times a week. 5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no crash later.
Welcome back, everyone. how many home runs will Ryan Theriault finish with this season? He already has 5, but the majority of you, 40%, say he's really just going to have 10 to 15. This little power surge won't last, although apparently a lot of you, 35%, thinks he'll get 26 or more. 5 for the month of May, Todd. If he does 5 in June, July, August, September, that would be 25 if I do my math right.
I don't think the wind is going to be howling out to left nearly that many times. I'm not until he starts popping some balls into the right field seats and maybe starts taking some the other way, and then I would say, like, wow, that's pretty impressive. But then I'm sure that the debate would come up, performance-enhancing drugs or something. Unfortunate. He has been swinging the bat great, and it's been so much fun to watch. He is truly a baseball player at heart, and he's got a good thing going right now, and he's really jump-started this offense.
Pitching matchup real quickly for tomorrow will be Ryan Dempster against former Cub Chad Godin, who's 0-2 on the year. Dempster trying to get his 3rd win of the season. Once again, I would say on paper, this looks like it goes in favor of Dempster, but we'll see. They have to execute. Todd and I will be here for the pregame tomorrow starting at 12:30. Cubs get a victory tonight. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow. For Todd Hollinsworth, I'm Gail Fisher. We will rejoin a replay of Monsters in the Morning after a quick timeout, and then see me at midnight for another edition of Sports Night.
Weeknights at 11, the Monsters take over Comcast Sportsnet's Late Night with the very best interviews and hottest sports topics from the morning show. Monsters in the Morning Encore, weeknights at 11 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
Because of what's at stake now, just naturally, there's going to be a little more bite to everyone's game, and bring it. Let's have fun.
Long feed for Bowen in short hand.